I swear to Christ, if you somehow fucked something up, I'm
I
gonna
did.
lose it.
I did
What
fuck
is
something
your
up.
fucking audio, isn't it?
Yeah.
You mother! Oh, I'm not gonna peek out the mic. I've promised myself to be a better person, so that means no more yelling or barking.
We gotta do the
I feel
intro
like
again. They didn't hear any of that.
I'm gonna beat you to death with a tire iron. All right, fine.
Well,
No, no, no,
hey,
no, no.
hey, hey!
We're
At
keeping
least
it.
hold on,
No,
hold on,
fuck
hold
it.
on,
We're
hold on,
keeping
hold
this
on, hold on,
in.
hold on. Wait,
I'm
hold on.
just gonna. I'm pausing. You motherfucker. What? What?
I was gonna say, hey, we don't have to worry about it being we don't have to worry about the cussing on my end because it was muted, but you're the one that has the
It's been 2 minutes now,
yeah,
so it's actually fine. We're
yeah,
good.
we're good now.
Are you good?
I'm good now. I'm good. I made
Okay.
sure now. We're
Okay.
good.
Start us over, motherfucker. Take two. I'm leaving it in. Take two. Hello and welcome back to the Nomad Gamers podcast. You have myself, Kaiser Chungus, Zanar Crest Rider, and Fireball 123D. And today we make up your Nomad Gamers. I
That's
just want to
going in
start
the
out by
blooper
saying
reel.
where it is actually. Unironically, it's going in this video first. I want to give a shout out to our YouTube viewers. Thank you. I love seeing the view count skyrocket up. I love seeing comments come out. I want to see more criticism. I would like you guys to genuinely, besides like, oh, it's good or I like that. I do want to see what you guys genuinely think about things. Like if it was like a, oh, this was a shit episode. You suck. You should really stick to your day job. And it's like, okay, cool. Make sure it's constructive criticism too, though. I want to specify that. You know, things that we can improve upon, things that we can do better. Obviously, like we're always trying to grow and improve ourselves to bring you better content. That's what we want to do. We want to make sure this is a great viewing experience for you guys. So thank you, YouTubers, YouTube viewership. Speaking on the Facebook front, two. Sorry, I was it's kind of probably confusing because I threw up four. Two more followers.
Two more
We are
followers.
inching ever so more close to that 100 follower goal so we can start going live on Facebook. Thank you guys. Keep smashing
Yeah,
that like
boy.
button, keep following, keep sharing us around, keep commenting. We love to see it. We love to hear it. We love doing this. This is so much we're just bros. We're just dudes who like doing this, just hanging out. And Sweet Katie Pie as well. Not a bro, not a dude, but likes doing this still too. So yeah,
Good save.
thank you guys. Appreciate that. Thank you. I thought of it on the fly. Today we are going to be, still talking Shire talk. We're still just going off general things, general vibes. You know what I'm saying? So I do have some exciting news for those console players. You PlayStation 5 owners, you Xbox Series X owners. There is for those who might be interested,
We're getting
there is
oblivion.
not even that. Actually, that's a third thing. Ready or Not,
Oh yeah, I saw
the
that. Ready or Not's coming to
tactical, yeah, Ready or Not is coming to
console.
PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X. Now, for those of you who don't know what Ready or Not is, it is a how do you say a tactical SWAT shooter? Um, really? Was that the way I want to say that? Do you think that's the way I should say that?
Yeah, it's a tactical SWAT
Uh,
shooter.
I don't think that's like the. It's a tactical first-person shooter.
It's a SWAT. It
Star.
is it is a
But
SWAT
it's
shooter.
you play as SWAT members in the LA, not LA
It's
County, but just in
yep.
the
It is the
California.
most
So, squad-based, mission-focused shooter.
yeah.
Yes, there
And
you
it's
go.
it's a very
Um,
realistic, and it is very like
is
it's
pretty decent.
some of the missions you play are very real
They're
world.
based off of real world events of that took place. Like you get
So
to
it just
go
became a simulator.
essentially. It's
Essentially,
not like
yeah.
directly ripped. It's like very. It's a spiritual successor to SWAT games, like the old SWAT games, like SWAT 4 and all that back in the day. But like something you can do Ruby Ridge, you can do there's certain things you can certain missions you can go in there and do. There's like this one about I'm not gonna get too graphic actually now that I think
You're
about it.
talking
Like
about the
explaining
Valley of the Dolls one.
Valley of the Dolls one, which
Yep.
is a yeah.
Yeah, no, don't even bring that
We're not
up. We
gonna
can't.
talk about that, but
Yeah, no.
it is coming to console. Not a wow, I can't speak English. Man, English is really hard right now. There's no confirmed date for release as of now, but it is sometime in the summer. So at least there is that expectation. Sometime before August, basically, is when we'll expect that to come out. It is going to come with cross platform play, so there is that as well. So that'll be pretty great. That'll be pretty fun.
Mm-hmm. You and I
Besides
need
that,
to.
another little tidbit. You Fireball.
Yeah.
You're muted yourself.
Yep, he's muted. Yeah, all it says is coming this summer so far.
Yeah.
Better.
You chose. I can't unmute you. You have to unmute yourself. I don't know how you. There you go.
There we go. I don't know.
Sorry.
I don't know why. I
unmute him. The guests chose to mute themselves. You cannot unmute them. Like
I unplugged my studio mic because I'm on my headset, and so it just I
your studio
unplugged
mic
it.
was way better. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, the studio mic was way better. And now you're muted.
Okay, now.
There you go.
There you go.
I will say, you and I need to play Ready or Not together.
We really do. It's
And
so
not-
much fun.
Because I played it by myself, and I had so much fun doing a solo play. But I feel like it'd be a lot better trying to actually be tactical with other people instead of relying on the AI to actually do most of the heavy lifting.
I will be perfectly honest. I found out about this game 4 minutes ago.
Oh, it's
Yeah. No,
I'd never heard of it before.
This is one of those games where it's been in like pre-production for a very long time. Was an alpha for so long. It technically fully released in 21. I say fully released. You were able to purchase it, but it was the alpha build of the game still, and it was still fun. It was still good. It had a lot. It has a lot of content, and they're still releasing stuff for it.
I will
It actually just recently released a entire DLC for the game, adding on like a ton more missions, more. Like, more
I just bought the DLC for it too.
Yeah, it's definitely one of those games where if you enjoy the slow, methodical action shooters,
My
then
only
you will enjoy
my
this.
only problem with this is I know how you and I communicate on a telepathic basis. We're gonna try to be serious about it, and one of us is gonna get the bright idea and the smug look of shooting each other in the back.
Honestly, it'd just be pepper spray.
Time to team kill.
Yeah.
I don't team
No,
kill
no,
unless
no,
it's
no.
Like in a funny moment. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like, it has to be comedic.
Exactly.
It has to be comedic.
Yeah, but me
I
getting
can't
ready
just
to
do it.
me getting ready to breach a door, and you're like,
All right. You have the shield. Like, all right, are you ready? Go. go.
So,
ahead, man.
you know what happens in shooters when it's a team-based game and I end up playing with somebody else? What ends up happening is I'm the mobile respawn beacon because they rush in.
Hey,
get
don't even go
themselves
there.
and I have to sit there out of combat.
Is somebody talking about Ghost Recon Breakpoint right now?
Yes.
No, actually,
No?
that hasn't been too bad.
Okay.
Though there has been a little bit of that. This harkens all the way back to my Halo days. From that point on, everybody that I played with, they're like rushing in, getting killed, and they're like, "Oh, I'm dead."
You're telling me if we do the lasso challenge, you'll just be this mobile respawn beacon?
No, because one of the skulls is if a player dies, it resets back to checkpoint.
Back to checkpoint.
Oh, damn.
And one of the skulls is there's no checkpoint. You're back to the beginning.
No, that's only if you're solo. It's the same skull, but if you're solo, you go to back to the start of the level. If you're playing with co-op, it's back to the checkpoint. That's why lasso with people is way easier. But that being said, fuck you. I'm not playing lasso with you. You will team kill, and I know it. You can't help it.
Not if we're doing lasso. It's funny if we're not doing skulls, especially if you fill up. Especially if you pick up like a gravity hammer and I want it.
You're just one of the Marines at that point. If you won't hand over the weapon, he's gonna off you and take it.
Yeah.
Oh lordy!
I think everybody's done that in Halo once or twice.
Of course.
Ended up with all the Marines on you because they wanted to They got mad at you for
No, no,
killing
no, no,
all
no,
of
no,
the,
no, no, no. You want to know what he did to me the first time we played Halo? He was like, we were playing Combat Evolved on MCC, and he goes, "Hey, what I want you to do is once you go and get your weapon from leaving the bridge, I want you to go back and punch Captain Keys." So I'm like, "Wait, you can team kill in this game? Okay." So I went and did it, and then the unkillable Marines just walk in and start waffle stomping me while he's hiding.
Fucking entire bridge just turns on him, starts shooting them.
While he's hiding, like, you know the little glass area of the bridge where you got the two people like at the con.
Yeah.
He's hiding underneath that ladder as he's like, "Go get him, beat their ass." And I'm sitting there like, I run out of ammo, so I'm sitting there punching them, and they're not dying.
You know, sometimes I forget how young you guys are. Where your first interaction with Halo 1 is the Master Chief Collection.
It's not,
No,
not for me.
no, it wasn't. Not for me.
For me,
It
I
was
can
the
tell you
Xbox.
I was 4 years old. The Xbox.
I was 8 years old.
I was not. I was not 4. I believe I was 6 years old, and it was Combat Evolved. Combat Evolved. If I can speak properly, English is hard. Sorry, but no, I legitimately fell in love with Halo at a very young age, and it has shaped me in many ways.
Speaking of Halo, before I forget this, so Chungus downloaded Infinite Warfare on my Xbox. So
Yes.
I've been playing through the campaign for the first time, and I noticed something because there's been a lot of people talking about like game companies suing each other because of intellectual property infringement and stuff. Wasn't there, looking at the drop ships for the UNSA, is that what they're called?
Yeah.
Um, their drop ships look just like Pelicans.
They're
very similar. Yeah.
So
once upon a time, we would have called that an Easter egg. Yeah. Nowadays, everybody's starting to get patents for game mechanics just so they can go after competition. And that's an entire mess I don't even want to talk about right now.
But it's like,
it's very frustrating.
I know, like, I don't know where the fine line was between, paying homage to somebody like that, paying homage to a game like that, and being butthurt because they use the same design in your game.
Yeah,
but
I'm gonna, for people who may want to see this, I'm gonna pull up a image for folks to view here in this. Oh, go away, ad. I don't want to learn more. Fucking bullshit.
But I found that so weird. I'm like, with how similar they were, I'm kind of surprised like Microsoft didn't go after Activision for that.
I mean, again, nowadays they're all under the same umbrella, so no big deal. But yeah, back in the day, well,
Infinite Warfare came out in what, 2018?
Infinite Warfare came out in 2016.
2016?
Or 2017. 2016 or 2017.
It's hard to say because it wasn't quite as much of a Wild West at that point, but
can people see?
Yeah, there's definitely some similarities.
You see this? This is the Raven. This is what the.
That's what the dropship.
There's some similarities.
Like.
What's up?
I said that's what the dropship looks like.
Yeah, their transport ship, and yeah, it looks fairly similar, but it also is different enough that it's like generic sci-fi fucking
yeah.
Like
yeah,
I do see similarities, but also it's kind of hard to be like, well, my Bungie fucking made the Pelicans first, right? So of course it's like other things are going to look similar to that because people base what that looks like going forward. It's kind of like how the Dark Souls franchise made an entire genre of games, Souls likes. Like they don't sue people based off of that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I mean, but that also brings me back to the whole, like you said, they're Souls-like games. Talking back to Schedule 1 and DDS.
Like they're similar, but they're not.
They're similar, but they're not the same. So I don't like. I really hope
there's a difference between stealing assets and being inspired by.
And that's
by
just it. game companies steal from each other ideas all the time, and everything is derivative of everything. And it's
Duty,
just something you accept in the entertainment industry, whether it be books, TV, movie, video games. It's all going to draw inspiration and pay homage to something out there.
Yeah.
And I think right now, and I feel like, because I remember talking about this back in high school in my music theory classes, we're starting to get to that point in video games where there is no new idea for video games.
We've been in that way for media for a long time. Seeing something truly new and unique is exceedingly rare and difficult to do.
Right.
Because just so much stuff has been produced.
Because and that's the point I'm making is like we were talking about in music theory class how there hasn't been a new piece of music created in like 300-400 years.
Not true. There is still classical music being made to this day. It's just not as popular. It's not what people think of when they think of classical music, as in the sense of like Mozart, Beethoven, these composers from back in the day. You have modern day composers still making classical music that's still really good.
Right, but it's a variation. But what I'm trying to say is, let's not jump down the music rabbit hole. This is the thing I'm trying to say is, there can be variations of games out there, but there isn't anything really new coming out.
Well, to go back to the music for just a second, like video games, there's only so many potential notes you can play.
Yeah.
There's only so many ideas with video games. You can put them in different orders, but eventually things are going to start to sound like other things because you can only mix and match them so many times.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what we come into the creation of different types of instruments, like new instruments that get made for this specific.
And that's
like the whole music
where
thing.
The presentation comes to be important. It's not what story you're telling, it's how you're telling it, how the player interacts. Those are the things you have control of, and those are the things that are going to make or break a game.
However, I will also say, and we're all kind of squirrel braining. It's kind of hard when you have 3 people that have ADHD all trying to work on a podcast.
I'm not diagnosed, so technically I don't. And we don't know that for sure. So
okay, closeted.
I'm not saying closet. I'm just not diagnosed. I'm never going to be.
Okay, but I didn't realize how many celebrities were in the
Call of Duty franchise.
Infinite Warfare campaign alone.
5 or 6, actually, I believe. Technically, if you really want to get into it, there's like 8 or 12.
Yeah,
8 to 12, because you have like Lewis Hamilton from F1. You have Kit Harington from Game of Thrones.
Conor McGregor.
You have Conor McGregor. Literally it's the voice actors. Some of the voice actors, like the
guy who plays Ethan.
Your usuals, Nolan North, Troy Baker, all those guys.
You know what's funny? You say that.
I don't think Nolan North is in this one.
Nolan North is not in this one. He sounds very similar though. And
right, but it's those types of guys that are they're in everything.
Yeah. But it's like I didn't really notice how many celebrities were in there until I started playing the campaign. I'm like, oh, there's Lewis. Oh, I'm getting my face pummeled by Conor McGregor. Oh, that's Jon Snow.
David Hasselhoff.
Yeah.
Jeffrey Nording. David Harwood, actor. I mean, you have.
It's like
Henry Cavill's in there, by the way. You didn't know he voices some characters.
I heard this was a long time ago, but I heard Henry Cavill play Space Marines too.
Yeah. Do you not know
Henry Cavill deserves to play whatever the hell he wants?
Yeah, he's the biggest Warhammer nerd. If you didn't know that.
No, I didn't.
Dude, Superman! Oh my God, you didn't know that?
You want to get into celebrity nerds that deserve to be a celebrity nerd or a nerd?
Like
that is going to be Henry Cavill without exception.
And that's like I didn't.
You hear any of his when he's researching the characters he's actually going for, like Superman, reading the comics, or like with The Witcher, reading the books to make sure he understands the character. It's like wait. That's not how that's supposed to go in the story. We should do it this way to be accurate to the source material, and that's why he left the Witcher show, by the way, if you didn't know that, because they were starting to deviate from that, and we
Well,
want to tell their own story using these characters. And he's like,
well, it's
"Fuck
like
you, use the source material."
I didn't know that Lance Reddick was a huge Destiny nerd until after he died.
Yeah, he was a Warlock main, by the way.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Warlock's
he
on
was. He was.
top.
He was. Well, are you?
Hey now, Guardian. We can't specify on what Guardian games is anymore because the game's dead.
The game's not dead, unfortunately.
No, game's
It
dead.
is still got a. It still has a pulse.
Game's
you know what I
dead.
mean? It's still,
It's
Destiny
faint-
was the
faint pulse.
biggest.
disappointment. Yeah, me too.
Not so much
you
disappointment.
say
as
disappointment,
letdown.
but you played it. For
It
12
had
years.
so much potential, and then they
Played
came
it
out
for
and they
how
wanted
long?
to do their big reset, moving to Destiny 2, and they just we've got all of this content back here that people like to do. We're just gonna throw it all away.
Don't do this to me. Don't bring back the memories.
So,
It's been a year. It's almost been a year since
Well,
I touched the game.
here's the thing: is like
in other news this
I
week,
hold on. Before we get off this topic, I wish
Give me flashbacks.
I wish I would have gotten into Destiny sooner because I wish I would have played the Red War. I wish I would have played what Destiny 1 was like. But the thing is being a game like that and having parents that didn't really like spending their money on video games, having a free game come out and then you have to buy expansions for it was kind of hard to keep up with.
Yeah, especially when those expansions were pretty predatory in terms of how they market towards the gamers. Trust me, I'm very well aware of how much money Destiny in and of itself costs. I've checked; it's too much. It's way too much money.
How much money have you sunken into it?
I don't want to talk about it.
You could probably put a down
If you-
payment
you know
on a
what?
car.
You know what? Down payment on the house at this point. I will. I'm actually gonna look up for you right now my Steam information to tell you how much money I've spent.
Well,
on
didn't you? Okay, hold on. Didn't you? So you bought it on Steam and you have it
Hold
on
on.
PlayStation.
do that.
So hold on, let's specify this right now. I had Destiny 1 on PlayStation 3 when it came up with the PS4, and I got a PS4. I got it on PS4, and then Destiny 2, I got it on PS4, and then I had to rebuy it on the PC. Got that as well. Mind you, the DLCs and everything don't transfer. Characters don't transfer. Also bought on an Xbox.
Gee,
I own
Chungus.
Destiny 2 on every single platform.
Chungus.
All the DLCs up until Glass City
Chungus.
is what I have. On all the platforms, PlayStation and PC, I have every single
Chungus.
expansion. Like I pre-ordered the special edition for Lightfall on PlayStation, and then switched to PC. Bought it on PC as well.
So you had to restart over. You had to restart your Titan over.
No. Character progression was the same. I just didn't have access to DLC.
Oh, okay.
The content access did not transfer.
Character development did though.
Yes.
So you
Oh.
mentioning going to Steam reminded me of something that popped up this week. You can view how much money you have spent
That's-
on Steam.
That's what I'm doing right now. That's why
I just pulled mine up.
You've been on Steam longer than I have, so I'm actually interested to see what yours is.
My Steam account has existed since 2005, I think.
Gonna be beat by 12 years. 2017. So I was like, oh man.
Yeah, those numbers kind of make me feel bad.
Okay. How much money did you spend, Crush Rider?
Total spend amount as of April 18th, 2025 at 11:59 p.m. and 40 seconds is $6,760.96. Keep in mind, I buy most of my stuff on sale.
Oh, speaking of that, so I tried playing, like, you know how on Game Pass you can get access to the old Xbox 360 games like Banjo Tooie, Banjo and Kazooie.
Yes.
Like, I went to try to play Banjo Tooie, and I can't get into it because
On
it makes me relog into my Xbox through my
so
through
you
360.
owned the Xbox Live Arcade versions of those games
Mm-hmm.
from the Xbox 360
Mm-hmm.
or Xbox One because it was available for both.
Because I have Game
Uh,
Pass.
Are you trying to do this on PC or Xbox?
Xbox. I'm actually trying to do
Okay.
it through my. I'm trying to do it through the Xbox app through my Backbone.
So that may be the problem. Those games were never made available for PC, and the Backbone itself may be trying to do a PC version of it, and that may be why it's failing.
Mm.
Because I know during the Xbox One days, those games were re-released as part of the Rare Replay, and it was kind of annoying in a sense because I had already gotten all the achievements in Banjo-Kazooie on the Xbox Live Arcade version.
Well,
And I went back through and played, and I wanted all the achievements for the Rare Replay version.
You know
and they're
what's
like,
funny?
no, it's just this version of the game.
You know what's funny is they class Banjo Kazooie as a platformer.
It is.
It is.
It is.
Banjo-Kazooie is a platformer.
Oh. God, I don't remember playing it that much.
So how much did you say you spent on yours?
Almost $6,800.
He probably has that in just Destiny alone.
Shut up! No, no, it's not quite.
Considering all the silver he's bought into, he's not taking that.
I don't want to talk about it. Legitimately though, $4,500.
And Destiny alone.
No. Half of that is Destiny.
Now,
still,
I would like to point
out,
I have spent $2,100 in Destiny 2. I do not.
Is that counting silver?
That is counting silver as well. Yeah.
Okay, so my Steam account has existed since January 29th, 2005. And it's real easy to tell because if you look at your years of service badge on your profile, it'll tell you, when you mouse over it, it'll tell you your start date. So we've got 20 years of time at $6,800.
Yeah, so that's...
remember since October 7th, 2017.
So I spend on average $340 a year on Steam.
Well, and that's probably that's how many games do you get out of it? Because like you said, you get most of your games on sale.
Sales and everything. That's a lot.
I do a lot of sales. Some of it is DLC, of course. Some of it is I do the occasional microtransaction here and there, but I'm not big into microtransactions. They irritate me. But games that I spend a significant amount of time in, I am not afraid to spend a little bit more money in because those developers have brought me a lot of entertainment, and I've gotten a lot of value out of what I have paid. So if I can throw some more money back at them and they keep supporting or making games that I enjoy, I'm okay with that. Because those businesses exist to make money. And, you know, as a consumer of their product, I want them to continue making good products.
And like we talked about this last time, is microtransactions are okay. When I say microtransactions, I'm talking like $2 to $5
and under.
Yeah. Anything above that, I don't believe. Like,
it's DLC.
Yeah.
Price wise, it's DLC, and that's ridiculous.
Again,
and that was honestly the first nail on the coffin for Diablo 4 for me when it came out, and it had sets for every class that were $25 a piece. I just paid full price for this game. Why do you want me to pay $200 on top of that just to make my character look good?
They've got microtransactions in Assassin's Creed Shadows.
They've had microtransactions.
Hold on.
That's Ubisoft though, dog.
I know, but just listen to this, okay? I don't even think there's a multiplayer for, and they had it in. I believe they had it in Mirror. They've had it in a lot of the newer Assassin's Creed games, where like
they have had it in every Ubisoft game for the last 10 years.
Over, yeah,
because
at least
you can buy camp supplies with real world money to help progress to help push you forward when it comes to like upgrading your camp and stuff like that. And
right, all of those shortcut things are in the game, but at the same time, they are very much not necessary. They're just a
Yeah.
time saver.
Mm-hmm.
So that'd be something like for people like me who have only so much time to play. The idea is I don't want to spend the time grinding, so I'm gonna just pick up that little pack and move on with my experience of the story. Jokes on them. I've got ADHD and I'll run around collecting shit all day long.
I think that's I think that's the reason why I liked Valhalla so much, because I've talked to a lot of people. Valhalla is one of their least favorites, is because
I
I
did not play enough of it to form an opinion personally.
my favorite thing was, again, ADHD. I would hyperfixate on rating, so then I could go and upgrade my camp. So that's what I would do. So that's I feel like I found a lot of enjoyment in that, is because I was able to do that. I also like
I
the fact that you were able to one shot assassinate anything.
see, and that's a toggle in the games now, is you can
Yeah.
switch back and forth between the gear based skill damage or just flat, the old style where you connect with somebody, you're going to off them.
Hmm.
And before we actually get back to news this week, I would just point out that I would have an opinion on Shadows, but I haven't played enough of it yet because I'm still playing Monster Hunter.
Dude, yeah. There's too many. Last year was a drought for games, and you were like stuck to a couple games that you went back and forth to. This year is like, I literally don't have time to play this other game that's also really fucking good.
I've got a month and I would say a month and 3 days, but I bought the deluxe version of the game, so it's coming with 3 days early access. I've only got a month to play until the game that I'm waiting for comes out. So I'm trying to play everything that
What
I
game
want
is
to
that?
before that sucks. That's my fantasy life.
Oh.
I don't know what's coming out in a month. Oh my god,
Yeah,
it's April.
May 21st is its release date.
So
But if you buy the deluxe version, which I bought for all the stuff that came with it, I didn't even realize it had 3 days of early access until I went back and looked at it again.
I haven't played Assassin's Creed Shadow myself, but I've watched someone play it. One of my favorite YouTubers, shout out Kaif. But I watched him play it, and I enjoyed it. I mean, his and I's kind of opinion on the game is a little bit different, but just from what I saw from his gameplays, I really enjoyed it. The story is pretty well written, I think.
Watching somebody play it is what encouraged me to purchase it because it looked like a lot of fun, and it's like Ghost of Tsushima. An opportunity to explore ancient Japanese countryside is never going to be amiss.
I have one complaint about the game, just real quick. It's just the voice acting for me. The voice acting is really bad.
Switch it over to Japanese, you'll never have a problem.
You know what? I did that with Ghost of Tsushima, and I should have did this with Assassin's Creed. You're 100% correct. As soon as I heard when I first played Ghost of Tsushima, and I heard Jen fucking speaking English, and I was like, no, this is not. That's not right.
Do you want an ancient Japan setting based game to sound good? Switch it to Japanese. It will sound.
And I will say this,
just like Monster Hunter. Monster Hunter. I just want to. You scroll brained me, and I'm so sorry. Legitimately, with the way that the mouth animations work within the Monster specifically world, they never matched up in English. You switch it to Japanese, and it starts to match up. I'm just saying.
And I would say I know what you're talking about, but I've never played the game in English. It's always been in Japanese. So.
I used to play the game in English. I still do now, only because I genuinely forgot I could switch languages in the game. I'm not gonna lie to you.
But again,
the first thing it presents you with.
No. I chose English. It was like, I'm ready to kill monsters. Who the fuck cares? I'm not listening to any of this. For the sanctity of this ecosystem, shut the fuck up. That's a new pair of boots. Come on.
I will say this. Moving forward, spoiler warning for Shadows, because I do want to talk about Shadows real quick. I do love the way that they, we got the sneak peek of having a black samurai, and everybody was so upset about having a black samurai. Oh, it's not in correlation with historical events. But in the story, I like how they incorporated him being in the game.
yeah, it's history. Again, we can reiterate the other previous conversations we had about this. It's not realistic that the Pope had a fucking apple that mind controlled people, right? The apple of Eden. And then you, as Ezio, go and beat up the fucking Pope.
The,
Right.
Get away with it.
But again, they do go back. They do talk about slave times and how Yusuke, is that how you say his name?
Yusuke.
Yusuke.
But the thing is, real history doesn't matter.
Right. It's just the
into,
setting to tell the story.
Just the setting.
Yeah, but it's still, they did a really good job in incorporating him and giving him a good backstory.
I will say this though, it would to play devil's advocate, even though my opinion on this already, but to play devil's advocate, I do understand the arguments to a slight degree, right? Because it would be the same reaction as if they made Bayek white, or there was a white guy in when I say white guy, I mean one of the main characters was a fucking Roman or a Greek guy, right? And he was just white. I get it, but also at the same time, that'd be awesome. You telling me white boy caught the vibe and started hanging out with the Egyptians? All right, cool. I fucks with it. Come on, it's Assassin's Creed here. We're not talking about the first Assassin's Creed where they did try to be historically accurate to a certain degree to make it to sell it. They sold us on that idea of it being historically accurate within the fiction. Then Assassin's Creed 2 took a dive. It took a left turn. Then you get to Brotherhood. Then you get to Revelations. You get to 3. Come on now. You telling me George Washington helped a Native American kill white people? People need to realize why they are arguing for something and not just argue and complain for the sake of doing so, right?
It is an unfortunate side effect of the culture that we all love, being gamers, is gamers are toxic as hell. Yeah. They are spoiled little children who want everything to be exactly the way they want it and can't stand the thought of anything other than their perfect little bubble.
Oh, absolutely. Sorry to change. I'm gonna write it down so I don't forget it, or I'm changing it so I can talk about it real quick.
Talk about it. Real quick.
You said the magic words, toxicity. Speaking of toxicity, this is multi-layered. There's 2 parts to this. First part, Bungie making Marathon PvE PvP extraction shooter. Don't worry, I'm not excited about it. I don't like extraction shooters. With that being said, Marathon, like most extraction shooters, have proxy chat. Marathon will not have proxy chat because it'd be way too toxic.
I don't know about.
I just want to state that is literally the whole point of the game. There is a content creator out there, the Burnt Peanut.
Yeah.
He plays a lot of Tarkov.
Dude, hold on. I've been wanting to play Tarkov because of the Peanut.
Yeah, it's got me wanting to play Tarkov a bit, just a chance of running into him. That'd be funny as fuck. But legitimately, the way he talks to people, you say your prayers to meet your God. I'm coming for you.
Witness me!
Witness me! Shit like that. Like that is a part of. That's not the toxic.
You
side, right?
missed.
It can be toxic.
Pussy.
No, that's just him being in character in the game.
Yes, but then also there's the aspect of being toxic. Like you should be. I get people want safe spaces. I do understand that. I will state this to make it the most
in the world of the game. It is fine to talk shit to one another. The problem is that enough gamers don't know how to separate the game from real life. And when these fuckers start coming through and threatening developers' lives, their families, sending SWAT teams to each other's homes because they think it's funny, that is the kind of shit that's unacceptable.
I will say this, and like Chungus is talking about with toxicity, look what happened with the body shield on Black Ops 6. It was supposed to be some fun new mechanic. And now, whenever you get captured, or whenever you get
careful talking about this. I just want to specify, choose your words very carefully for your stream. Remember that you are streaming.
I'll be alright.
Okay. Well.
But, you know, the body shield was supposed to be some brand new thing where you could take a guy hostage and you could use him as a shield in order to like take some extra hit points before dying to try to get some more shots off. And people are now kidnapping the enemy, taking him into a dark corner, and doing the Diddy
No
party
one's
to him.
No one's coming to save you.
And then hold on top of that, on top of that, if you take somebody hostage, proximity chat then gets engaged. So then you can talk to the person you captured.
You can talk to him, and it's like, I got you. Ain't nobody coming to save you. Fucking get off me. Don't touch me there. Don't touch me there. Nah, it's Diddy time. That's why I stay. Like,
you feel that poking your back? That ain't a pistol.
That's not. Hey, it's a nine.
That's all in game, and gamers are gonna be gamers.
Exactly. But it's like
there was somewhere I was gonna go with this. ADHD kick in.
Yeah, you're fine. I'll wait. So I don't take you too far off of it.
It's the sterilization of things. You know, we're playing Halo. I shotgun, you know, fireball to the back. He goes down.
And
I step over and I teabag him.
Just back him, baby. That's the serve.
That's just the way games are. Nowadays, you can't do that. That is an actionable offense.
It is
because it's toxic behavior.
That's why you just now since they have emotes in the game, you just emote on top of them. That's what Fortnite taught people to do, and now that's also starting to be like that's a little toxic. You can't really
because now it's toxic.
You know,
you cannot celebrate defeating somebody because it's considered toxic.
This is what people need to do. Okay,
not they need to trying to go with that.
No,
they need to
understand that when people are on opposite sides of each other, they're going to express that.
Competitive.
What's the word? Competitive. That's a good word.
In order to develop thick skin, I believe gamers should take a 1-week course in Rust.
No, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm gonna say this.
6-month course.
Yeah.
We reopened the Modern Warfare 2 servers. People got to play that for a week straight, and then they can go into chats. That's how that's gonna have to work. Or the old Halo chat rooms, dude. I swear to God,
I miss
the words I heard as a child for the first time. I was like, it's like playing Skyrim. It's like new shout unlocked. It's like, oh wow, I didn't know that was a word.
So, and you know, most of the worst stuff I have ever heard have come out of children you know are under the age of 12. And it is just the worst stuff. And the best part of it is when you hear these kids just absolutely unload on you, and you're like, listen here, you little shit. But then you hear through your headset in their background, Mom or Dad heard what they said and came running.
You talking about the game like that, you little shit? It's just like they get their ass beat or something like that. It's just like, yup, shouldn't have been cussing.
It's like all of a sudden you just hear in the background.
We do not condone.
No, fuck that. You want to be a little toxic shit and your parents want to put some discipline into you for it? I'm all for that shit.
No, it's like the Die Hard movie, right? You just make them wear a sign saying what they said on there and hating a certain group of people and make them go out in public.
Public shaming is a very effective form of discipline.
It really does work.
You don't want to do it twice.
No, it was so, like, again, back then, the games, there was no regulation to any type of chats or anything. So the amount of things I heard, like Chungus said, I was like, oh, I could say that.
I'm gonna say that at school.
And there are certain words. There are certain words
Halo
that
2 online days, I used to throw on the voice modulator just because I thought it was funny. Now, keep in mind that I am 20 years old at this point, and everybody accused me of being a child because I was using the voice modulator. It was funny.
Yeah, the fucking resolution quality on the mics and everything like that was just not great, so it's all a bit crushed and shit.
But it was also scrambling my tone of voice, so they couldn't hear what I actually sound like.
Oh,
yeah,
that
so
was
it's
great.
Just like
I do miss those days, and
Those are the
now
days. Those were the days. I think you miss those days more. Like I say, you, not you specifically, but people like miss those types of days more because there was less to worry about.
Uh-huh.
And it's that type of thing of
SWAT
getting
thing.
older. Being
You
swatted.
you could absolutely ruin somebody's day in Halo, and you know what the worst thing that they could do was they could push the power button.
Oh, that too.
They could get off the game and go do something
well, and this
else.
is the other. This
Oh
is the other
no!
thing.
What else?
This is the other thing that I really hate about toxic gamers nowadays is if you like, let's say you absolutely dog on somebody and you're in a ranked match, they just boot you offline.
Yeah, DDoS and whatnot, and fucking
That's
doxing.
that's the other thing that I've started to really hate, and it's like I don't want to play multiplayer games anymore because more times than not, if I'm playing against somebody and I win, or I'm like, oh yeah, that was great, you guys, good job, and then they get upset because they think I'm being toxic, so they boot me offline, and it's like,
Brings you back to the old adage: video games don't make people violent. Lag does.
It does.
It
Oh,
does.
God, it does.
It does. I
Remember
remember.
that flashbang 5 seconds ago?
So, 45 minutes ago, we started talking about the industry news.
Oh my God, you're right.
And promptly got
shit.
off a topic.
You're so correct.
So I did want to bring up a couple of games that have launched either into early access or just came out this week.
Well, with that, we're out of time.
RuneScape developers Jagex actually have released a game into early access called RuneScape Dragon Wilds. It is a survival RPG. So it's your standard crafting survival game. Yes. They're building in skills similar to what was available in RuneScape itself. Big addition is you're going to be able to use magic to assist with your gathering skills to help AoE gather. It's early access. I'm seeing a lot of mixed.
Early access. I mean, yeah.
Right there. It literally just came out. It's going to be a janky mess for a while.
Yeah.
As somebody who played RuneScape way back in the day when it was first coming out, I'm okay with that. It costs $30 though, and I'm not necessarily as okay with that. So I'll wait for it for a little while.
I was gonna say, depending if that's the full release price, I can see that. That's pretty decent.
Now,
honestly,
don't get me wrong. That would be fine. I'm just not in a position where $30 is available to just blow on something
on a game
I may or may not play right away. So I'll just wait for a little while. The other game I wanted to talk about was Aaron Shore.
What is that?
It is the single-player simulated MMORPG.
Single player.
Aaron Shore. ERENSHOR.
Simulate.
It is a fully simulated MMO. You are the only player. Every other player in the game is AI driven. You can party up with them, you can trade with them, you can talk to them. Go through dungeons, do quests and stuff. And none of them actually exist except for you.
Interesting.
But the thing is a lot of people that are playing it are saying that it kind of harkens back to like the early days of World of Warcraft.
This has very positive reviews. It released 4 days ago.
Extremely positive for
400
being out a whole 4 days.
4 days, and around 500 people have played this game, and they're all basically saying, "Yeah, it's good. This is good."
It's $18 until the 21st, and then it's going to go up to $20. So you get a 10% discount for early adopter, and it does have a free demo, so you could try it before you even cough up the money.
A lot of things I'm seeing with this is that this would be the perfect type of co-op game, where if you and like 3 other buddies, and then it's all simulated. That's what I'm seeing a lot of reviews on. People they can have some co-op with it, and I get that. That's
an MMO for me has always been get some friends and go do something. I have people to play with. Something like this would be great, but again, I want to just be like, all right, guys, let's go do something stupid in the game.
Oh yeah.
Which is partially why I'm playing so much Monster Hunter, is because I do have friends that are playing, and almost every night, at least for an hour, somebody's getting on, and we're gonna go. We go and see what kind of trouble we can get in. And we're like,
Right.
hey, what are you looking for? And they're like, I don't care. I'm just here to hang out. And so like, all right, let's go introduce some abnormally large creatures, the sharp end of our sticks.
All right. Well,
I have one more thing. I know we need to wrap up, but this is something that's actually pretty important to the gaming industry in general,
okay.
because it's everything, honestly, not just the gaming industry. This is just the tech industry and overall. Discord is some Discord users are being asked to scan their face or IDs to verify their age group when they attempt to view sensitive content. I would like to also specify this is with the more specifically, this is geared towards individuals within the Australia, UK areas, as it's trying to abide with their age requirement laws.
There were some laws that went into effect recently concerning age requirements and
that expose children to harmful content, which Discord is something that
they classified the typical age gate of enter your birthday as inadequate because they said kids can just lie about it. And we all know that because we all did it.
Yeah.
So we know better.
Yeah. Which I just,
I am half janky. Like,
I honestly thought you were smirking weird for a second.
No, it's just literally half my image just went to complete.
Okay.
He's having a stroke.
Shut that off for a second and turn. No,
nope.
it's still.
The doc fixed it. Oh no.
Oh no.
I don't know.
All right. Well, I guess this is a good time to wrap up then.
Oh Jesus, Lordy.
Let's
like half of me is having an aneurysm.
Yeah, let's not let Crest Rider go full screen so we don't have that nightmare fuel.
No, that's perfect. That's perfect.
I'll just shut off my camera.
Just have that be the thumbnail. All right, thoughts around the Shire. Good episode. Don't really got much going on. I know I've kind of taken a break from streaming. A lot has been happening, and I haven't really been able to sit down and stream. I don't know what I want to stream. Kind of taking a break from Minecraft. Might do some Schedule 1. Might start a new world on Schedule 1. But I gotta find me a good single player game to play so I can bring you guys along for it. But other than that, I've got nothing.
Well, I haven't been doing a whole hell of a lot other than, like I said, playing Monster Hunter. Things have been real busy with real life, and it's been cutting a lot into my gaming time. I'm hoping this week will be a little bit more agreeable to having some downtime, but other than that, I don't really have anything going.
I know, it's probably backwards.
So, two things. One, as Zanar has just stated, life has been a bit rough recently. Yesterday was like the only day this week I had legitimately, I think, 3 hours of some downtime to play game. I played some game for an hour, and then I had to, and then I remembered, oh yeah, I have to make sure I have a video ready to upload for it today. Fuck. And so I worked more on getting content done for that. So yeah, it's been a struggle trying to find time to actually, play video games. I love being an adult. It's so great. It's so good. With that being said, I do have a video I'm actually going to be posting. For those of you viewing this live, you can check that out when you look at it. For those of you viewing this Saturday, the link will be let's go. Link will be in this direction. Click here. Click there to watch video. Or maybe I might get fancy with it. Click my face. Click here. Watch the video. It's a good one. All right, that's it. That's all I got. Back to the three of us. Fireball, you want to take us out?
You want to see if the camera's fixed real quick?
I mean, I could try it.
Nope.
Well, I guess I'll go first. This is half of Zanar Crest Rider signing off.
You guys know who I am. I don't want to say my name, but peace out.
What if it just didn't? What if he just didn't? You know?
Hold on. Bring me back. Bring me back.
This is Kaiser Chungus.
Bring me back.
Ciao.